All right, I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is the F8X DCT shift knob from Project 225. I'll link the Instagram account and the link to the actual product itself in the description or in the caption, whether you see this on YouTube or Instagram. But this is the DCT shift knob from Project 225. It's supposed to look a little bit like the RTD shifter that you can get for a manual car. I know a lot of other people have gotten this as well, but I was one of the first few people to get this thing. I've been waiting for it since he announced the prototype or posted the prototype on one of the Facebook groups. So I'm going to be doing an install video because I haven't seen anybody do a video about how to install this thing yet. It is pretty simple. It does come with instructions on how to install it, but I know some people like myself are visual learners and like to actually see it on video or on camera before you actually go ahead and tackle it, especially somebody who isn't super mechanically inclined. But it is pretty simple. It's very straightforward. Only needs a couple tools. All right, so a couple tools we're gonna need. We're gonna need a T8 screwdriver and a T20 screwdriver. If you don't have the Torx screwdrivers, you can use a T20 and a T8 socket with an extension and a little ratchet. But definitely be careful because they are tiny, tiny little screws. You don't want to break them. If you have a screwdriver, that would be ideal. You're also gonna need a pick and a small pocket screwdriver or something to pry off the shift pattern cap from the OEM shift knob. You're also gonna need a heat gun or a hair dryer to kind of loosen up this double-sided tape that sticks it onto the shifter. Obviously I've already taken mine off, but hair dryer is gonna work just fine if you don't have a heat gun. Like I said, just something to loosen up that glue right there. Also a 2mm Allen wrench for the set screws that come with the shift knob, and a little bit of blue thread locker to put on the set screws. That is completely optional. You don't have to do that, but it does prevent them from backing out. Let's go inside the car and I will show you how to take off the OEM knob. All right, now that we're in the car, like I said before, you can use a hair dryer or a heat gun, doesn't matter, just something to loosen up the double-sided tape on the shift pattern cover. I already did that. I've already taken this thing off. I actually just put this back on so I could take a video for the new one. So we're just gonna take a little pocket screwdriver and pop this thing out. Then we're gonna take a T8 screwdriver or a socket, like I said before, it doesn't matter. And then pull out this little screw right here. Then you can pull this off, set that aside, take the actual cover off, set that aside as well. Then this little circuit board right here for the lights, that comes out. And there's a tiny little connector right here. You can also use the tiny screwdriver to pry that out. Be careful with this because it is pretty delicate. Just keep prying a little bit from each side and it will come off like that. Set that aside. Now you're going to take the T20 screwdriver and pull out this little screw right there that holds the actual knob on the shaft. Set that aside, and then be careful when you pull the knob off. You don't want to yank this little connector right here. Just kind of tuck that in there and pull up. Feed that connector in through the knob so you don't pull it off. Kind of comes off like that. Now you can take the new knob from 225, kind of tuck this connector in there a little bit, and then slip it over. And then there's gonna be 4 set screw holes, 2 right here and 2 on the other side. Kind of rotate that so the screw holes are facing the passenger side and the driver's side. Now we can get our set screws out of the little bag. Put those right there. We're gonna put the set screw on the tip of the Allen wrench. And like I said, the Loctite is optional. I'm not gonna do it. I don't really feel the need to. You also don't wanna over tighten these because they are very small and delicate. But put the little set screw on the end of the Allen key. Now to tighten them down, we're gonna use a Milwaukee half-inch impact. Be very gentle with these. They are tiny little set screws. They will break if you over tighten them. And since there's 4, you're just gonna tighten them about 1/4 of a turn on each one until it is snug. Thread that one in, and then the 2 on the other side. Tighten these down. All right, now we're done. Shift knob is in. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, I'm gonna drop the link in the description for his Instagram account and the website. Go ahead and pick one up. I think it's really cool. It kind of gives it like a dog box sequential kind of a feel to it instead of that little chode shift knob that comes on it from the factory. If you liked this, please give the video a like, share, subscribe. Anything to help grow the channel would be greatly appreciated. And thanks for watching.